Hey there team. So this is a battle I did very late last night. So I'll do two quick warnings before anything. It's a real grind fest, as most sieges of Rivendell become. And two, we don't unfortunately get an ending battle screen. So I still wanted to make a quick video about this. I'll see sort of how interesting it all is. If it's really not, then of course I won't upload it. But yeah, it'll be a bit different from my usual ones. So what we had in this was it was set to huge on Rivendell, which I'm not usually a big fan of. When I do Rivendell, I like to do it on medium or large. You know, it's there just doesn't really seem to be a lot of space, especially on the other side here. So I'm playing as the Orcs of the Misty Mountains, and what usually happens on Rivendell is you wait a little while. You wait until everybody sets up properly before attacking. But Evil Casper had other plans, and he got stuck in. So fair play to him. Over here on this side, he's already put his Urukai archers up front. I'll kind of just be calling out forces as I see them, unfortunately. I'll try and run through the defenders right now, actually. Well, all that's really happening right now is Casper is engaging in a bit of a skirmish fight with these Garrison Spearmen, which the amazing shield value of those Garrison Spearmen will keep them safe for a while, but they've got no armor, so it's not really something you want to do for too long. But better they shoot them than, well, anyone else, really. So, got these Garrison Spears by Zombie Bunny, and then his teammate is MSQ2, I think it's Mirkwood. So we've got some spears there to come in, fill the gaps. Really, I think maybe even less armor than the Garrison Spears, these guys. Well, no, an armor of 4, I feel. So, but a worse shield value of 6. So, you know, it's better they target these guys than he's behind them, but still not the end of the world. Behind them, some Miniscrithlin swords, some Miniscrithlin spears, some sharpshooters there, some archers. Need to use these archers more when I play Cardinal and experiment with them a bit. Some more of those spears that he's got over on the right, and some more Garrison footmen. So really not too much on this front line right now. Kind of just wanting to. I think Evil Casper's sudden charge definitely did take them by surprise as much as it took us by surprise. So more sharpshooters, a catapult. We do not have an artillery piece. That's the only artillery piece on the field. Some Megal E Aaron there. Some light infantry, similar to those spears. Yeah, those same sharpshooters. Some Mithril Skellen, some javelin throwers there. Dunedain Rangers hiding from us. Some Garrison footmen spread out right now. Hearthguard spread out right now too. Swordsmen again. And these spears, some Roman Guardians there. Wardens chilling out in that position. Some Thieves of Tharbad. Some more Guardians, actually. Interesting. Some yeah, so these are, I believe these are the Rangers of Mirkwood. But I don't use Mirkwood enough to know, really. Some more Javelin throwers here. The Uber tier archers of Mirkwood at that point there, and some of the Palace Guard here too. So it's clear, and that's where the general is, but looks things. So what we have here is this is definitely their main defensive line. There's what are these? Oh, these are the general tier archers too. So there is also another defense over on this side preparing for us. A nice spearman force settled in just there. You can't use these bridges, unfortunately, for Rivendell. You have to go all the way up and around here. But he has he's defended that too, with some Thurney Tower set up in that position. Next to them, some more of these militia tier swords. A few very Huri Peng archers dotted up among them. And some more swords. So it's not, this is clearly an afterthought defense, but from what you can see deployed on our side, we're not gearing up to attack this position. There's some pikes and I guess I can't see them. Oh no, the Lurch hunting pack have moved. But as I enter into this area, I'm deciding, yeah, this is where I'm going to go. So I send the vast majority of my army down this way, with just some of it going on the left. Now there's going to be a few things that I do that are a bit strange during this battle. Now the reason for that is because this was actually lagging to heck. We were, it's very pleasant to watch it back now actually at normal speed, but this was not running so smoothly. But still, we got it done. So it took us a while, but we got a successful siege finish. So Brett's coming up with his dwarves of Khazad-dûm. It's a pretty balanced army, I'd say, from the Khazad-dûm warriors. You know, lots of warriors, some hammers you can see coming around. 3rd Legion infantry, some Legion bodyguard there, axe guard, and axe guard. Yeah, so not yeah, pretty balanced, as I say. No archers though. So it's when you've got the dwarves in an attacking position on a siege, though, you're not really expecting them to bring archers. They're kind of there to be the pushing power and really just to rack up a lot of kills in melee. We've placed these siege towers up really as protection against enemy archers. I don't really like doing this on Rivendell just because I don't, you know, you wouldn't bring a siege tower to Rivendell, but it's, hey, yeah, it's beneficial to us, and there's no rules against it, so yeah, do it. Make use of it. He's got this this nice mixed position here, but these unshielded, oh, some Uruk-hai raiders in there, but the unshielded reavers are going to get cut to pieces by the archer fire from the certainly not low tier archers. Firing, some of them are firing up, but not too many. This is quite a nice battle line. They could maybe do some pikes up here, but they're holding for now. Let's see, Isengard is throwing themselves into this. We're 5% for 5%, which usually in a siege, that's, you know, as the attacker, in the early stages, having it be equal is great. You know, usually what you get in a siege attack is usually the attackers end up losing a huge chunk of their army before they start pulling it back later on. But Rivendell doesn't have the same sort of walls, it doesn't have the same ability for archers to be a real threat as you get in other like castles or cities. So you always have a bit of a different assault. Let's see, so lots of these crossbows coming on in. My halberdiers now, halberdiers are painfully slow. Well, not halberdiers, so heavy goblin halberdiers are painfully slow. And this is them out of phalanx formation, but they're still, that's why they're so exhausted, because I've had to be running just to make them keep up with everybody. Got the Blackback Mountain Berserkers coming over. I'm splitting my army up a little bit, but generally, as I say, most of my stuff is going to the right. Where are my trolls? Have I thrown them in yet? No, my trolls are here. And I see this position. Wow, hell, yeah. So, Brett definitely did hold the ire of their catapult crew throughout most of this engagement. You know, like, why waste a catapult shot on a bunch of orcs when you've got dwarves as your enemies? So, swordsmen are being thrown into this, they'll definitely equalise it a bit. Khazad-dûm Reclaimers just not able to really get a good shot. Maybe if you angled them up nicely, scrunch them up into a nice formation, line them up there, but then you're a perfect target for the catapult. So it's really, you either try to get a perfect shot or you avoid being shot. This is where most of the fighting happens for quite some time, I'm afraid. So I'll be watching what's going on my side. What have I got going on right now? So we have, yeah, still a long way for me to move, but heavy goblin spears coming up with some archers. This is sort of my first opening wave, but I've generally got just about everything moving along this way. Hammers of Gundabad coming in from Brett, helping me out. I think that's 2 units actually. That's hammers. Yeah, it's 2 units of Hammers of Gundabad coming in on the right for me. which I'm very grateful for because I do have a lack of more elite tier units. Cave Troll drummers are getting moved up. They're going to move up to the right there to just bolster most of my men. Goblin archers, yeah, it's real. Brett has, well, he's holding back most of his better forces right now, which until that catapult uses up its ammunition, it's not a bad idea. Very lucky, because a clump shot right into those warriors would have been terrible. These warriors as well, they've got the armor upgrade, so it's only an extra 50 to a very, I think very expensive unit, but still it's not something, you do not want to lose that force. Every miss must feel terrible for it's actually a Mirkwood catapult. For MSQ, every miss must feel horrific, but because he really could be doing so much damage right now. So I throw my cave trolls in. We were pretty close to breaking this, and I knew if we busted it, we could do some real damage before they could sort themselves out. So I threw my cave trolls in just to try and break it faster. But cave trolls, they're already down to 3. They don't have the staying power of many other trolls. So, but we break this force, and there's actually a mass rout coming in soon. Doesn't happen soon, I guess, but yeah, with the fear caused by the cave trolls and really just this massive force pushing in, it's hard for the, oh dear, yes. So that strike there, it did kill a lot of our boys, but it killed some of them too. So I wasn't too upset about it. Well, I've got no men on this front apart from these trolls, so it's not something for me to get upset about. What we got going on here? Now, is this? No. There's a few little probing attacks from these archers, just trying to kill what they send out to counter us. Oh, that was very lucky. Yeah, catapult shot for 1 reclaimer is a good trade on our part. So good. We managed to get these Greenwatch garrisons routing. Now the issue on a siege defense is, of course, they're just going to run straight to the town hall and come back, so we need to try and kill as many as we could. But overall that's 59 when getting away. That could still hold us back in the later game. These Tharbad Warhammers are not going to be easy to break. They're going to definitely hurt the dwarves. And they'll probably quite easily kill my 1 remaining cave troll. But outnumbered as they are, we just need to get around them, and we've got them. Crossbow fire just holding us in place. These crossbows are going to be mincing those warriors. I think we are almost engaging over here. No, can't do that. I have to click on the map. Yes, good. So I'm taking some fire. This is the whole thing with sending my goblins up first, well, archers up first, just to
control of the castle.
Yes, I don't remember us holding control of the castle at any stage, but hey. So they will just keep hitting us for a while, but I get my snag of skirmishers up here. I'm wanting to rain some hell down onto these spears, because they are trapped. They can't cross that bridge, but I can't move up this side while they're still sitting there, so I've got to do something. So while everything else is walking forward, I thought, hey, there are worse ways to use your javelins. A few of them are hitting this little slope here, but I'm getting most of them in. It's quite a nice blob, and you're seeing people drop, so as soon as they start charging, I run off. Where the main action is. This is when I screwed up here. And I accidentally basically just attacked with my Black Mountain Berserkers. How I did it, I'm not certain. I think I just had ordered them to attack something that was fighting here, and then they ran back behind their lines, and before I knew it, I was fighting. And hey, mistakes happen. So we were chewing away at them, and but as soon as we started getting range, the pikes, the Black Mountain the Mountain Berserkers are not going to be able to deal against that. And without a shield, even though they've got good armor, they're going to suffer terribly to the archer fire that's coming at them. I throw in my last unit of standard cave trolls here, just to try and break through this next line, but they've got these Palace Guard. Now I'm hitting the Palace Guard hard, but they're not gonna. They're going to kill my cave trolls. We can't really beat them. We should kill quite a few of them though, and we're busting up this position, so which is hopefully going to allow the reinforcements of our allies to sort something out afterward. Trolls of the White Hand coming in. There's very few reserves from Isengard at this point. So I took out the Mirkwood General. Not really going to be a massive game changer. Elven morale is probably going to keep everybody together. But still, good to see. I've got my skirmishers. I think both of us, both Isengard and myself, have our skirmishers here. Oh, yep, that is Ranger Fire. That is definitely Ranger Fire. Coming from the Dunedain Rangers. That's a nice target for them, actually. Yeah, I'm surprised they're not killing more of us, actually. I guess the Isengard skirmishers were the target. My men were just very lucky not to get hit too much. We're throwing, focusing on these Harry Peng right now. I want the clearest shot I really can. But what would have been good, and I do it later, would be if I grab these skirmishers and line them up along this side, because then I've got a perfect shot down here. Right now I'm shooting down that line with my goblin archers, and I'm actually getting some kills, so that's good. What we've got going on over next to the bridges right now. So they've moved back down. You see, if I was, maybe he thought I could cross those bridges, but if I was him I would have taken my guys up. Now these men were definitely targeting my snag of skirmishers, and when I pulled my snag of skirmishers back, he was so focused on the other side that he just didn't realise these men were charging down here. So Goblin Infantry versus Thorny Tower. Thorny Tower will certainly win that, but with the inclusion of my bows hitting this very nice, nicely laid out position here, I felt pretty comfortable. Now they're going to start running, but I'm going to chase them. Now with the issue of that though, he's coming up this hill, but my Goblin Spears move to react. What I wanted to deal with these men with is my White Orc Fearmongers. That's how I want to resolve that situation. Even though we are running out of reserves, you can see that they just don't have any anymore. Like, well, they do have these guys over here, and some more men dotted around this area, but for the most part, they're running low. The Trolls of the White Hand have had to throw themselves into the fight. I've got some heavy goblin infantry that I launched over here, just helping to mop up this position. Dwarves are moving on in at this point. Halberdiers running. These goblins are out of ammunition. You can see, so I moved my snagga to this position, hoping that they can get in range. It told me they were in range, but they were not firing, so I moved them closer in a minute. This position, it's starting to get really difficult because of all the blood, but he's moved the wardens up. Oh wow, yeah, that's a scary shot actually. Yeah, so the wardens have moved up, and they can hold this position for quite some time. The Axe Guard are not going to be able to push through here by themselves. I should have taken my goblins and set them up sooner, just so that the Axe Guard had something they were fighting alongside, that's all. How's this fight going? Right. Yep, cool. So the Fearmongers have got stuck in, and with my men in a proper phalanx, I can mince my way through these spears all day. Goblin infantry are storming up on their own, but with the cave drummers so close, or cave troll drummers, so close, my men are going to fight basically to the last. Now I've taken quite a lot of ground there and I was really happy, but then these actual swordsmen appear. So what I should have done at this point was just lined my men up properly. Maybe not gone for a straight up attack, because all I need to do is hold this position long enough that I can actually get some men of quality up behind them. My said men of quality are still quite far back. Heavy goblin spears there, black orcs of the mountain, these are the guys I want stuck in up there. Some more goblin infantry and the hammers of Gundabad. I've got everything moving in to get dedicated now. Halberds running. I've got nothing more in reserve, as I say. We've got an enemy, well, we've got a friendly unit routing over here. I wonder what they were. Oh well. Legion bodyguard coming around to my side. I would have probably moved them on the left here. I think we've got enough for this one. Yes, good. So yeah, you can see I'm getting some much better shots now. Even getting a few shots right through to the wardens. But any of these targets here is I'm comfortable killing. They're all good quality men. Axe guard shaking, really low on numbers now. Goblin infantry coming in, just pad the numbers out. Just keep focus here, because if we're going to break through, we're going to break through on this side. You know, we've got these new fresh pikemen up, we still have lots of trolls in reserve. I've got my infantry, or my infantry somewhere. Maybe they're dead. Or routing. No. I think they've run back over here. Oh well. Something about my infantry anyway. There they are. Yeah, good. They're stuck in on the right flank actually. Good. I guess supporting these pikes just as we prod away at the palace guard. Certainly not a bad use. Dunedain Rangers out of ammunition, just running on up to challenge the Lurk's hunting pack and protect the thieves. The thieves will actually do some real damage to the trolls due to their armor piercing and such, but I do like thieves with Tharbad. I like using them a lot. Well, yeah, so got my goblin infantry just coming out really just to hold them back, but the halberds are a unit that actually have a chance. Even though they are totally exhausted, they can do something here. So I get them formed up and I will be attacking. They'll of course be outranged by the pikes, but yeah. Now, have I broken them? Yes, so they have been broken, and the issue is my men are so clumped together, not a single one of them is going to be able to get away. So that's basically that's pretty much 3 full units of those militia spears sorted out there. It means I've got no more shielding from your archer fire, of course, which is going to be bloody, but we have men to lose. Bad news, however, with these goblin infantry routing, just before the Black Urks get here, it means that these swords are able to retake the hilltop. So I'm going to be basically fighting uphill throughout this, instead of fighting on an even level. Got my archers, really just targeting the side of them. Or not anymore. Yeah, I'm targeting generally over here. These men, they always hold, I think they always hold the bow in the other hand and the sword, so it's hard to say, but I think they're probably out of ammunition. These men, however, are not. Back to the main action. Halberds are now fully involved in this confrontation. They don't feel good about it, but I'd say if they're getting a handful of kills, that's all I'm really asking for. Snag of skirmishers still have some ammunition, but they're not willing to fire from that distance. Oh, these goblins just hanging out. Maybe what I should have done was just move my snagger right here actually, because he wouldn't have wanted to move something up to counter them. Yeah, that would have been absolutely just point blank right into the wardens. That would have been good. At this point, we're 57 for 71. Keep in mind, most of what we've got a lot of my goblins left, so it's can't really trust the percentages all that much. wardens coming on in. Yeah, they'll definitely mint some stuff there. But say, Evil Casper is running on fumes now. He's still got his berserkers. They're stuck in somewhere. There they are. The berserkers are the main thing that I was holding faith in. I really felt that the berserkers are the things that are going to win this for us. They're not really going to be what we need to fight the thieves, but they'll do some good work out there. Slowly, they're starting to realise that this is not really where we're going to break. So they move things over bit by bit, which actually does allow us some chances. You know, you're seeing now defeat is almost a certainty. As what I actually tried to do with my archers was I grabbed them and I tried to run them through just to see if I could buckle it with 200 archers running at it. But nope, the result of me losing about 40 archers in the space of 3 seconds, and I decided against it. So I just kept fighting along. We are now in full swing over here, and as I say, this is when it becomes a real grind fest. I'm just going to jump up 2 speed for a minute, just so you can see how real little progress is made over here. My men are just not able to chip away at the elven skill. Black Orcs of the Mountains are probably the most skilled unit you're going to get from the Orcs of the Misty Mountains, or the most skilled basic unit you're going to get from the Orcs of the Misty Mountains, and they're really having trouble pushing up with the spears, just to try and make some more space, give us a little more room on this landing. And I am spreading them back, and it's succeeding for me. I'm hurting them, but taking a lot of loss in the process, exhausting my men. And what I'm not able to do is break all the way through here. Black Orcs of the Mountain now fighting in a little bit of a better position. But what I've done there is I've managed to take a flat ground fight now. Now my men are already exhausted, so it sort of is a bit of a case of too little too late, but it's something. Now what we've got over here, you can see, yeah, we have, I'd like to say we've broken through. We've not really, there's 7 of those berserkers left. These men are still fighting. Hearthguard, they're still mixed in amongst us. The Roman Guardians are fighting, they're going to last a while. Some Palace Guard. And we've really got Urukai infantry. We've still got a few of my infantry, my goblins, scrapping away. Lots of snagger. And over here on this side, my goblin infantry getting minced by just about everything in front of them. And they are about to break. Once they break, there's nothing. Oh no, halberds. The halberds broke and they came back. I've still got some goblin archers. As I say, the whole thing is just I need to always have something here so that they can't take these guys around and form a second line of defense. Because say, you know, we need to take this point. Those wardens lined up here, some other forces lined up there, and then something along there. We're gonna have to push through them all over again. So we can't allow them to pull those wardens back. Still a lot of men dedicated to this defense. You can see how quickly my spear has been ripped apart, and my goblin infantry, they're down to 140 now. They only just got in the fight a moment ago. The hammers are coming on in. The hammers are definitely what we need for this. I know it's the AP is probably going to be lost on a lot of these units, but it's still important. They're still gonna be doing a better job than most of my goblin infantry will be. So you see a few of them getting mixed in. Have I done it? No, not yet. At one point or another I actually throw my cave troll drummers into this confrontation, as it just really starts to drag. It's there are not many units here that are fighting us. It's I was surprised and quite impressed with how well they did. 30 towers setting up. But yeah, had I think MSQ just didn't know you couldn't use those bridges. You know, and he allowed his spears, and yeah, he just allowed the spears to get lost there. Had he lined up another unit of spears up here, we would have pushed through that so easily, and that would have just been more men that we had to chew through at this point. Or could have been more, probably more important, it could have been more spears over here. Just another 3 full units of spears would have held back this assault, I feel. Griffin archers just battling away. Oh, no, they're almost routing. Yeah, it's probably them getting back to the town centre would probably be for the best at this point. My goblins are not going to last long, but we just need to keep these wardens facing us for just a little bit longer until our allies can slam it from the back. One pikeman coming to join the fray, but unfortunately, there goes my halberds, and my goblin archers are all that's left. So the captains alone can probably kill most of them, or at least rout them. Are the wardens able to get into a good position though? Snag of skirmishers are opening fire on them. I really like, you can see the captain of the wardens there, I really like how he looks. Yeah. Just think he's really cool with that big old greysword. Just keeping them back, it's a good idea. These archers hold them in place. Pikes having to chase somebody is never really a good thing. And that will be the end of the wardens. Now, what we have over here is I held my goblins behind, mainly to deal with these 3 Roman guardians. But in addition to that, there's this one general. Now, we'll probably stay focused on this for a minute. Just have the last few moments of these men. We've actually come into the tail end of this fight. This lasted for a good 5 minutes during the battle. Just this one general killing off a swarm of goblins, and these 3 guys just really killing far more than they're worth of goblins. No, the goblins are worth very much, of course. But there goes the last guardian, so I grab everything I've got, throw them into this general. I was very scared to move through him so that I could have gotten a total surrounding, because I felt that could have routed my men. But we managed to take him out anyway. That frees us up. Now for 82 to 91, this is usually the point where you'd say, yes, great, this is a clear victory. But they've still got these 30 tower who are beating these infantry and skirmishers. Guardians are coming back there. Some swordsmen. And now I think, yes, good, we've broken this position now. Surely. No, we have not. But getting my trolls up, I start to lose trolls left and right, but it's between the hammers and the trolls where we're bringing this position back into our control now. It was a lot of back and forth, real sort of tug of war up at this point, and there was a while where I did not think I could actually take it. I lost a lot of my guys, and what I probably should have done was led with my more elite unit. Even say my Goblin King bodyguard could have come up here and killed more than well, he would have probably killed a few elves for every man he lost. I'd like to think anyway, and that could have won it for us. But with that, they start routing, which is when I grab everything I've got and start flushing it around. The dwarves are coming on in from behind, so I know at this point, like, we've got this. It's more just, it was very late. It was, at this point we're at 26,000 frames, but you have to keep in mind we were going at, we were probably going at 0.3 speed throughout, you know, most of the battle for this. So I was ready for that, and I just wanted to charge in.
Our army is tiring.
So got a lot of men routing. I wish there was something we could do about this bug, but yeah, I think this is definitely just a big problem with the game. This has nothing to do with the mod, so it's yeah, but it's too bad that you know, because these men could be getting used right now. but instead they're sort of just bugged in spawn, not in spawn, in the fallback point. Crossbows coming on back. Deal with these swordsmen piece by piece. 40 for 5, yeah, we'll win that very comfortably. But still, they can't really route anywhere, so this will turn the tide a little bit, I'd like to think. But as they're doing that, Snag a skirmisher just throwing themselves in. Urukai infantry on this side. Thorny Tower have arrived from that hilltop. What have we got? Yeah, so you can see I'm now actually down to 2 cave troll drummers. Now that was because this unit right here actually stopped routing halfway through, and the cave troll drummers threw themselves into them first. Now I won that engagement, of course, but I lost 6 trolls, which was very upsetting at this late stage in the game. Probably should have just held the trolls back and instead had the Goblin King bodyguard going in there, because they would have sorted that out with far less casualties. Thorny Tower, easily going to be able to beat the Urukai infantry in melee. 84 to 96 at this point. What did I do with my infantry? I think I'm most likely just... well, my infantry is running right now. I think you can see them on the minimap there. Where are you? Here they are. Yep, those 18 guys. I think I just threw them straight into the nearest Elven unit, just trying to deal with them. And so I guess coming on down, I'll probably jump it up to 6 speed for a sec. This is generally where all the combat happens at the end. There's something. There's mainly just something I want to show at the end that's quite interesting, and. Because of course, you know, we were going to win by this point, so MSQ decided to give a quick demonstration on why Elven firearms are generally banned in all circumstances. Which, if you've not seen it too much, then it's quite interesting. Let's see, do we yet? So this is the last unit, Thorny Tower. The trolls are stuck in. Oh, right, so that is the Urukai general taken out. I tried to save him with my Snag of skirmishers, but I was too late. Okay, let's maybe go back to 1 speed for a second. We don't have too long left. Okay, let's go up to 2 speed. Okay, there we go. Good. So they will unload. There we go. So he's burning. So we went down a fair bit faster. Perhaps you should have, and yeah, so you can just sort of see the real destruction that this one unit with dishing out fire arrows does to our entire force. Now, of course, these guys not using fire arrows would have killed a heck of a lot, but it's more often than not they're killing their enemies with 1 shot with these fire arrows. And yeah, this is real close to the end at this point. I wouldn't really say that they made any mistakes. It's always tough to hold back the endurance of Khazad-dûm, and you know, when you I think maybe they had too much facing off against me on the side. Now I know I would have come through, but I feel that it would have probably been better just to, you know, allow me to do that more skirmish with me instead of dedicating quite as many as they did to holding me back. Now this was unfortunately the point that the host MSQ disconnected, which was too bad. But we still we got to see our ending point. I lost about 2,000 men, and I killed about 1,000, which which I'm okay with. You know, I killed a lot of elves, but I was certainly not being too tactical in this fight. But I got a lot of kills with my javelins and my archers, Apart from that, it was my trolls that racked up quite a lot of kills. Other notable things, chatted with, where is he? It was the Cardlin player. I don't. Well, he's got no more units on the field right now, but one of the RH members, his wardens of Turn Gorthad racked up, I think, about 455 kills throughout all of that, and so it was really impressive. No, so it was a damn shame that we ended like that after a good hour and a half of playing. But hey, people have to go sometimes. So I will never, from this point on, I'm definitely not going to be bringing heavy goblin halberds into a siege assault when I play the goblins. It's just too slow. They take too long to get there, and if you run them, then they're exhausted by the time they get there. The speed is just abysmal for them. So I'll be refraining from bringing them the next time, and maybe I should practice with using Angmar instead as my orc assault army. So, but we'll experiment with that later on. This one was a bit different, a bit more, I guess, laid back, just mucking about rather than real tactical, or hopefully tactical analysis. But no, thank you very much.